Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing another edition of my weekly series here on my channel called Will I Buy It? The series where I sit down with you guys and I talk about the past week's makeup releases and we talk about whether or not they're good or not and why. This series was inspired by Samantha March. She pretty much made the whole concept up and the name, so I will put her channel down below if you're willing to check her out. I do want to say before I start this video that I just want to say thank you guys. This is gonna sound so awkward, but I just want to say thank you for understanding that I just needed to take a break from YouTube this past week because I have this thing on my channel where I do post every day, and I would say 95% of the time that's true, but then sometimes last week I just couldn't do it, I had to just take a hiatus off of YouTube. I wasn't really on YouTube for a few days. I'm back now, of course, and I'm back to posting daily, but I just felt really just awful about everything, and I feel better now. But I just was really overwhelmed and I had a lot of personal stuff going on, and I'm glad you guys understood because I did post a video where I basically was having a little bit of a breakdown on YouTube, which you shouldn't. I'm not sure if you should really post that kind of stuff on the internet. But I'm glad I did it because I feel like I was able to be a little bit more open with you guys. So thank you for understanding. I read all the comments and I really did appreciate them. So anyway, let's talk about makeup. So I will say that I'm filming this a little bit earlier because this weekend is actually really busy for me, so I was not able to film on Saturday. I'm filming this on Friday morning. So as a result, some of the launches that may be revealed later on are not going to be in this video, so please come back and check next week's video for that stuff. So Anastasia Beverly Hills is dropping a new shimmer body oil apparently. This is the packaging and a little bit of a skin swatch. I'm not quite interested. I don't know about you guys, but for some reason, this body oil, whenever you look at it in the skin swatch, especially in this photo, it looks a little bit chunky. Do you guys get that? It kind of looks like it's just full of chunky little shimmery flecks, and I don't like that, And I've said this before, and I'll probably say it again on my channel. I'm not somebody that really looks for a really shimmery body product because it just doesn't fit the lifestyle that I live. I don't think I'll be down by the pool, slathering on shimmery body products and being I'm just not gonna go into the pool because I'm just gonna pose because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not that type of person. That doesn't fit into my lifestyle. If I was going to Ibiza and I was, living the best life, maybe, yeah, but this just doesn't fit my lifestyle, so this is not gonna be bought by me. But if it does fit your lifestyle, congratulations, Anastasia Beverly Hills does have something for you. The lighting is really whack in this video, just FYI for your information. So yes, there's that. So Loca Lashes Co. is coming out with this palette right here. This is going to be a 12 pan eyeshadow palette. I will say that the colors look beautiful. They all appear to be mattes, and you do have a really beautiful mix of a little bit of neutral, but mostly color, which you guys know I really love. However, I'm not going to be getting this palette because it's just too, okay, it just looks a little bit too colorful, well, generic colorful palette for me, I don't want a colorful palette like this. I want a little bit more of a gradient with the shades. Me personally, whenever I buy a colorful palette like this, I want something to be a little bit more focused. I like to have a color story, if you will, as opposed to just putting in different colorful colors. I want to see something that has all cools or all warms or all pinky colors and red colors, or maybe some greens and blues. Maybe that's boring, but that's kind of what I want. I want to have a little bit more organization whenever I'm looking at a palette, and that's kind of like how that's kind of what I'm thinking whenever I'm looking at new makeup these days. That's kind of how my opinion has a little has changed, because before, like when I didn't have a lot of colorful palettes, I definitely would have been head over heels in love with this. But now, since I have some more colors in my collection, I'm a little bit skeptical, which is why for me personally, this is going to be a pass. So Too Faced is dropping something that they're calling Crystal Whips, which is essentially a liquidy, shimmery eyeshadow. This was very like, I was really into like this kind of eyeshadow format. I think a few months ago, I would do those looks where I would put like a liquidy, shimmery shadow on top of every single eyeshadow look, and it was so much fun. However, I'm kind of like stepping away from that. I'm kind of experimenting with some more different things. However, Too Faced is jumping on the bandwagon, and they're coming out with their own version of a liquidy, shimmery kind of eyeshadow. This is something that I would really love to see more of, especially from other brands and especially in different colors, because I kind of think that this particular range of shades is very neutral. You do have some like interesting what is in there, pinky and kind of lavender-ish shades in here. However, on the whole, it's a little bit neutral, and I feel like companies would benefit greatly from releasing colored versions of these kinds of products more often, because I think everyone has some sort of a variation of a product that is a neutral that you can use as a topper. So I personally think that if brands want to step it up a little bit and make their products a little bit more desirable, they would benefit from releasing some interesting like colors rather than going the neutral route whenever they're trying to come out with a new format, you know? That's just my personal opinion. I'm very excited about this. I'm not going to be getting it because it's a lot of neutrals, because I do have a lot of liquidy eyeshadows already in my collection, so I think I don't really need any new ones at the moment. I mean, the ones I have are probably drying out, so there's that. I probably should get some new ones at some point, but this is going to be a pass for me personally. I don't really want it. They are going to be $22 each if you guys are interested. We have another indie brand called 50/50 Makeup. They're coming out with an eyeshadow palette, and I'm not seeing a lot of information on this eyeshadow palette. We just see the photo, and then I'm kind of like trying to look closely at this palette, and they do seem to have included a few neutrals, but mostly colors, and also some pressed glitters at the far left. I don't know. I feel like, okay, I personally have like this weird relationship with pressed glitters. At some point, I really did like them, and then I was picking up, I think, the Pinky Rose palette, this one right here, to do this look today, and I was like looking at the colored pressed glitters, and I was like, well, I don't really want to use those, so I don't know. Maybe like my opinion on pressed glitters are changing, but is changing, but I don't know. For now, I'm kind of like, I don't really know how I feel about pressed glitters at the moment. I don't know. But this is not going to be a palette that I'm going to be getting because, similar to the comment I made about the previous colorful palette that I included in this video, this is just like too colorful, and there isn't really any rhyme or reason to any of the color placement. I feel like they're just trying to throw like every single variation of a color that they can into a palette and then sell it as a colorful palette, and I don't really want that. This kind of thing doesn't inspire me as much. Like, this does not inspire me as much as some other color stories that I really find myself drawn to. Touch of Glam Beauty is coming out with their Spring Rain collection, which includes a whole bunch of single eyeshadows. These are beautiful metallics. They have some neutrals, but they also have some colors, which you guys know I will be most interested in. I am like particularly interested in that blue, as well as like some of those greenish colors. Those are really I'm just like really just drawn to those, and I really love those shades. The swatches look absolutely amazing. I don't know, maybe I'll get these, maybe I'll not. I think I won't get these because at the moment I do have a lot of colorful cool tones in my collection. Do I actually need it anymore? No, not really, but I mean, these look so beautiful. These really do look quite nice. BH Cosmetics is coming out with some Power Pencil waterproof eye pencils, and they have 10 different shades, and these are going to be like the pencil that you sharpen. I I'm not gonna be getting these. I do love like the cool, like colorful colors in here. They have like some of those beautiful like turquoisey colors, as well as that electric blue that's just stunning. Or is that a royal blue? I feel like it's like an electric slash royal blue. You know, there I go with my color specificity. But this is like a selection of really beautiful liners. However, I will not be getting these myself because this is going to sound really picky, and you guys are probably going to be like, I do not want to get these liners because they need to be sharpened. I don't like sharpening pencils. I will go as far as to say that I unconsciously or maybe consciously just use the twist up pencils in my collection. I barely touch the pencils that you have to sharpen, whether it be eye pencils or lip pencils. You know, like I want to be able to do my makeup quickly. I want to be able to basically have what I need right away without having to adjust things. And having a pencil like this that I have to sharpen all the time, it just doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit for me, you know? I want to have a pencil that requires very little to no effort to actually use, which is why I love twist ups. And this sounds really picky, and you probably might be wondering, why is she being so picky? It's just makeup. But like, if I'm going to be spending money on a makeup product, I want it to be something that is absolutely like completely fitting into what I want in a product. I want it to be absolutely fitting in my lifestyle, and I don't want to have to bend over backwards for sharpening a pencil. That sounds so weird. And I know, but like I have a lot of pencils in my collection. I use some of them, but I don't necessarily tend to gravitate towards them unless I really try to push myself. So that's why this is going to be a pass from me. But if you guys are interested in something like this, they have a nude pencil, they have some white pencils in here as well, then this is going to be a good option for you, assuming it's good. These shades do look absolutely beautiful. Lime Crime is releasing something that's a little bit interesting. This is going to be the new Lip Blaze collection, and it's going to feature a formula that is enriched with a cannabis sativa seed oil that's supposed to make everyone feel real good. That's literally what it says in the caption. Basically, this is going to be a liquid lipstick that has a creamy kind of effect. I am all on board with that. I personally, nowadays, I prefer to have my lips looking a little bit less matte and more glossy and creamy. You know, I'm not wearing a gloss today. I'm actually wearing a lipstick with a little bit of a glossy finish. Uh, but I do like having that glossy kind of creamy effect. So seeing a liquid lipstick with that, I really do like. And I also really do find myself really attracted to nudes. I just really love my nude lipsticks, my nude lip colors. It gives me joy. It gives me happiness. I will never tire of them. But I do feel like I have to take a step back with buying nude lip colors. I know this is turning into a huge anti-haul video. I'm really not too interested in any of these things. I will say that. But yeah, like, I just want to like sort of step away from buying so many nudes because I already have so many nudes. And yeah, I have like some holes in my lip collection, and yes, I would like to get a few nudes with a little bit of a yellow undertone, but do I need that? Like, do I absolutely need that, especially from Lime Crime? Not so much. And I will say that even now I have a little bit of a bias towards, well, or against Lime Crime because I'm not too excited about the brand because of all the history, and yeah, so there's that. But yeah, this is not going to be something I'm getting, but if you're interested in the shades, then this is the selection for you. NYX Cosmetics is also coming out with a new brow product. This is going to be the Fill and Fluff Eyebrow Pomade Pencil. It's supposed to feature a retractable pomade, and it also includes that fluffy brush that's meant to like sort of make it look a little bit more natural. It's sort of meant to blend in the pomade. I do think that this is a little bit more unique. I don't think I've seen a pomade in a pencil form before, or maybe it's just a marketing tactic. I feel like it's a new format though, and I think it's interesting. I think it's exciting. I definitely think that the drugstore, or the drugstore level of makeup, especially, well, particularly in the US because that's where I'm from, I feel like the drugstore has sort of like gone forward. They have improved, they have evolved, and now you have things like brow products at the drugstore that everybody does seem to really like. When, say, 5 years ago, it was a little bit more like it was a little bit difficult for people to find their favorite brow product at a drugstore. However, they weren't able to find that, so they did have to go to higher end brands for that. But now I feel like the drugstore is growing to include a whole bunch of new and interesting and quite innovative products such as this, and I'm really excited about that. I will not be getting it because I personally, like, I will tell you something. I'm gonna be releasing a video that might sort of like talk about this a little bit more at some point, but I have been using eyeshadows for my brows. Like this brow, okay, you can judge. I mean, it's not, well, please don't judge. I'm not the best at doing brows, okay, there's that. But I will say that this was created entirely with eyeshadow. I used neutral eyeshadows for my brows today, and I absolutely love the effect. And when I really do like the effect of like this like slightly blurred, very soft brow that was created with eyeshadow, why do I need to go ahead and buy anything else that's gonna give me probably the exact same look, or not as nice in my personal opinion. So I love using eyeshadows for my brows. It's something that I've been doing, and that's why I'm not really getting any new brow products as of now. So there's that. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to talk about in this video. We don't really have a lot of new launches for this week as of the time I'm filming this, but when this video comes out, there'll probably be a few more launches to talk about. But again, I will mention those launches in next week's video, which will be a lot longer than this one, I can just imagine. But I hope you guys enjoyed this slightly condensed version of a Will I Buy It, because yes, we didn't really have that much to talk about, and I will say that I'm not really interested in anything, like, at all, which is good because it's nice to feel that way every now and then, or most of the time. But yeah, I'm just not interested in anything from this video. I'm just not. Maybe it's just like a phase that I'm going through, but I'm literally not interested in anything at all. At all. But thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out my channel down below. I will have a few recommended videos in the cards, and you can check out my channel where I basically have like a whole bunch of different playlists for you guys to sort of be introduced to my content. So if you guys are interested in that, check it out down below, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.